What is up, you beautiful viewers? My name's Woke. I'm an artist from Connecticut, and I had this horrible idea to go paint a character in the middle of February in Connecticut. So, why don't you come freeze with me? Lots of snow, and apparently ice. Watch my step as I round this corner. All right. So today, I don't know if you guys seen this video, but my here, let me zoom out. My little pirate guy. I think I'm going to be covering this piece today. So this is the door I'll be painting on.
Sometimes it sucks covering old work, but I try not to get too attached to it. If you guys want to see the video of this piece, I do have that on my channel. This was a freestyle from some months ago, and I did actually come with a plan for today. I'm going to show you that now. I mapped it out on my iPad, just a loose sketch. So I actually had a photo on my iPad of the door, so I was able to just draw my character right on top of that photo. And I decided, since it was going to be cold out, I wanted to do a female character that was pretty miserable in the cold. To do this sketch, I use the 6B sketching pencil, and then I go back in and fine tune it with the technical pen under inking. And then from there, I have a nice fine line drawing of everything. It's always nice to have a solid game plan, especially when I have something like a picture of the wall that I'm going to be painting. But to step it up a notch, I added these blue lines in the background to kind of create a visual grid for myself for when I got down to the wall, so that I could use that grid to help myself map out the character even better. And now it's time to put that image on the wall. Yeah, we don't need to see the sketch. We just saw that. Put that down. So I've got my can of Rust-Oleum, and the first thing I'm going to do is find the center point. And from there, I can kind of visualize the grid that's on the paper onto the wall and just work outward from the center. If you guys have seen some of my other videos where I freehand the characters, I tend to map everything out with a sketch can and then go back in and fine tune a little bit just to pick the lines that I like. So these lines are just to kind of give me a loose kind of interpretation of where things are going to go. Even though it does look kind of finalized, I do go back in a little bit and fine tune it with a can of white. I'm going to lay in the lettering real quick, and then I can bring that sketch to life with some color. There are not many people that can get me to come out and paint in this freezing cold weather. So if you want to play a fun game and pause the video now and in the comments write a guess at who you think I'm painting with, do that now. I'll let you know at the end if you were right. You can see here, I'm just basing all my skin tones in and just kind of layering over it. And then from there, I'm adding some more shadows to just give it a little more depth and contrast. I wanted to add a little bit of a rosiness to the cheeks because it is so cold out and I need to illustrate that. I'm going to switch it up here in a second, show you guys a different head cam angle, but before I do, I'm going to show you a commercial for my website, kbuart.com. That's right, if you guys want to support me more, you can feel free to head on over where I've got pins, stickers, original artwork, t-shirts, hoodies, prints, check it out. Feel free to get yourself some, or don't. Either way, I appreciate you guys. And now back to painting, where you can see I'm using a level 1 cap to create some textures on the hood, to kind of give like a little bit of a fur texture, but a very simplified version. I used Montana Black to color this character, and all of the larger sections were colored with the stock cap on the Montana Black, which is also known as the orange dot. Just wanted to get into some final details here. One of the final details, I wanted to add a little tattoo on the face. And to do this, I'm using my tiny pink stencil cap, which you could find online. And I didn't really end up needing it. I probably could have just gotten away with the level 1 because I went a little thicker with the lines than I was planning, but it was cold. It is what it is. I'm freezing cold, but I'm finished. So here it is, the final product. If you guys were still waiting to see who could possibly get me out in this freezing cold weather, it is none other than the legend himself, Guesser 3A.